Hey guys, it's Kate Mack here, Attraction Marketing Mentor, and today we're going to look at cleaning up your Facebook profile in order to create a really great experience for the market that you're going to attract to it. So I'm going to share my screen with you and I'm going to talk you through 5 or 6 different parts of your personal profile page and some reasons why we do and don't do certain things on it. So for those that have come through the journey with me, you'll understand the importance of your Facebook page. For those that haven't, basically it's the business card, it's the front desk, it's the handshake to any interaction and networking that you have with anybody, whether it's for business or not. So what we're building you up in attraction marketing to be is a person of value. And by being a person of value on your free Facebook page, like it's so easy for us. There's never been a better time in marketing to have free Facebook with 2 billion people on it a day. You have this free piece of real estate that you can stand out from the crowd, stand out from the crowd and give ultimate value and attract people to you. And from there, have conversations, build relationships, build know, like, and trust, and provide solutions to your prospects or your target market. So that's in very short. So let's get into it. I'll just share my page a little bit bigger for you so you can see. And let's go. So I'm going to use my Facebook page as an example. So my Facebook page is set to public, and I suggest that all of you do that as well. The reason being is that you're attracting new people to your page. If your profile is not set to public and it's set to friends only, when someone is interested in finding out who you're about, maybe they've met you at a networking event, or maybe they've seen you giving some value in a community group on Facebook or in a group somewhere, and they want to come and check out what you're about. If you've got your profile set to anything but public, then people can't really see the full effect in who you're about. And the examples that I'm going to show you today only are really effective if your whole profile is set to public. And there are ways to lock things down and not share things with the whole wide world, and I can show you that as well. From a public profile. So there's ways to manage it. The coaching clients I work with, we work through the different ways of managing security and what to look out for and things like that as well. So don't be afraid. My profile's been set to public for a year now. I've never been cloned. I've never been frauded. I guess I get a lot of friend requests from people that I don't necessarily want to connect with, but there's no harm in that. I can just ignore them or delete them. So it's just, you've got to get used to it, and it's a mindset shift as well. So let's get started. To start off with, I will show you right away how to set your profile page to public. Now, bear with me because I haven't done this for a while, obviously. Let me just see. It's one of these drop downs. So we either go to, it's up here. So from your logged into your Facebook, you go up here and go to settings. And then in settings, you can change your security. That's your login details and security. Your privacy, that's where you want to go to. So privacy under settings, and then your activity. So who can see your future posts? I've got mine set to public, and that's what I would highly recommend you do as well. And I'm more than happy to speak with you one-on-one if you'd like to discuss that and they're a little bit worried about doing that yourself. So set it to public, and from there we can work out the rest. There's some other settings in here that you can choose as well, but right now I'm just going to show you that. So let's go back to my personal profile. So to start off with, let's look at profile pictures. So when someone's going to come and check you out and see who you're about, they want to be able to see you and your face. They want to see you instantly. Your face, your personal profile page is the the front desk to you. It's your business card, it's your handshake on social media, because we can't often don't see each other in real life when we're meeting people on social media. So you need to make it count. So I would highly suggest that your profile picture be just of you, your face, and as big as possible, like your face filling up as much of the picture as possible. The reason being for that is because when you're commenting in groups and interacting and engaging elsewhere off your profile page, you just get this tiny little circle that shows your profile picture, and that's what people will start to recognize as you're interacting regularly in these places. And so the more visual you can make it, see this one here of Lynn, you can see Lynn's face really, really easily here on her little circle profile. When I hover over it, I can see her in the square, and that's great. That's really great picture there of Lynn. Whereas this one here, Daisy, I can't see her face at all in this picture. If I hover over, I still can't really see her face. I can see her horses, and obviously she is a horse lover, so that's great that she's showing that in her profile. But I want to be able to see Daisy. Other examples are if people have pictures of their families or their pets, or sometimes they're not in the picture at all. It might be a picture of a landscape or a painting or a quote or something like that. But you want to have a picture of you on here. There's plenty of other places to show the things you love and the things that are important to you on your Facebook profile. So the other thing that I would recommend that you have on your Facebook profile is your story. So it doesn't need to be too long, and actually don't make it too long or else people won't read all of it. But I've got it here a little bit about me, just so that it builds that know, like, and trust with people that are coming to me a little bit quicker than having a million conversations back and forwards with somebody on Messenger. So, and it's got some fun facts in the middle just to break it up, and then it's got a call to action at the end here. Now, a call to action is just telling people what to do if they'd like to move forward, if they'd like to build the relationship further, if something's resonated with them on your profile page or in that story. So people are a little bit people get distracted in social media. So if you can tell them what to do, then they're going to do it, rather than reading that and going, oh yeah, I need to contact Kate later, or perhaps they're afraid to contact you, or they're overwhelmed or whatever. Whereas if you can tell them here, pop something in the comments below, and then you can get in touch with them from there. That's nice and easy. Not salesy, and opens it up gives you lots of nice comments like this as well, and make sure that when people comment on this that you respond to them as well. So that's really important. Now, the importance of having a great profile picture is that you will have the story attached, and then you don't want to change it too often. The reason being is if you change your profile picture, you lose your story, which you should copy and paste somewhere else anyway for later, but you also lose all the comments here if you change your profile picture. So you want to choose something that you're going to have on there for a while and that represents you. Now, the other place that you can, the other place that you can share a little bit, show a little bit more about you and your lifestyle is here in the cover photo. So to change your photos, by the way, guys, you just hover over them and it will say there, update, or up here, update. Now, a really cool thing that I just discovered with your cover photo, you can have more than one photo. So you can obviously use an app like Canva or one of those photo collage apps to create more photos to put in here, so you can show people multiple things like your family, your pets, your hobbies, stuff like that, all in one heading photo, cover photo. However, Facebook allows you to do that now too. So if you just hover up here and choose create a collage, it will pop up. Hopefully you're seeing that pop up. Yeah. And it lets you choose some photos from your photo albums or the recent photos that you've had on there. Or I'm sure you could probably upload some photos as well. If not, maybe you need to upload them first. But select from your photos. Yeah. So, and you literally just click on it like this and it allocates them into a collage shape. You can potentially, oh no, you can't. Can you move them around? Oh, that's so that you can replace it with a different photo. Yeah. So it doesn't let you do too much. You can use an app to make it a little bit funner and put some borders and put some writing on there if you want to put your favorite quote or whatever. And then if you hit save, it will just instantly save up here to, I'm not going to hit save on that, but it'll just delete all that. It'll save it up here instantly. So I've just got this one picture at the moment, shows a little bit what I'm about. You know, I'd like to travel. It's a fun photo. I'm out and about in the outdoors. So that's who I am, and that is what I choose to put up there. You can attach your story to your cover photo as well if you'd like to. I haven't. I've just put where it was taken and things, but, you know, I got some nice comments and reactions as well. It's all about engagement and interactions when you're building relationships on social media. So, so that is your profile picture and your cover photo. So no business, no products at all, showing you who you are as a person, what you're about, and what you love doing, or your hobbies or your family and things like that as well. So the next part we're going to go into is your introduction section, which is on the left here. So we have a short introduction where you can tell people a little bit about you. It is limited characters. So I've put my 2019 goal here. You can put what your hobbies are. You could put, you know, if you're a mother and auntie, you can put all that here as well. It is limited to characters. So you'll see I've got 19 more characters available. You could put a quote in here, but please don't mention, again, any business or products. This is about you. Okay, this is your personable page. Okay. That's your intro, and then this here is a little bit. It's the things that I've chosen to show on my front profile page, and these come from my about section, which we'll go into in a bit as well. So these are the relevant things to my current brand and what I'm doing at the moment that pull through from my about section, which has a lot more in it. So if people click on my about section, they can see a lot more about me than what's over here. But this is just like a snapshot of me. Now, you'll see here that I have got some business things on here. However, mine are pretty vague. So someone's not going to come on here and go, oh no, she's going to sell me X. That's what you want to try and avoid on your profile page. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't put anything to do with your business on here, because you, as a business owner, you should be really proud of your business and you want your friends and family to know about your business, but you don't want to put people off. So when new customers are coming in, or you're attracting new people to your profile page, you want them to get to know you and have a relationship with you before you become the solution provider with your business or products. So you don't want to scare them off. Unfortunately, some industries do have a bad reputation. So if you are in those industries, which you'll know, you don't want to have those here, because people are instantly going to come and go, oh no, she's going to try and sell that to me, or she's going to try and get me on board with that, or whatever it is. So you don't want to put people off at the start, because once you've built a nice relationship with people and they trust you, then it's absolutely fine to be providing those solutions to them. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But I've got a little bit here about me, just to let people know what it is and I'm about. And you can edit any of this just by you hover and find the pencil and click on edit. If I click on that, you'll see I've got a whole lot of other stuff here that's come through from my about section, but whatever's ticked in these boxes is what will show on the left hand side here. So I can go through and choose to tick or untick things along the way. So I don't want let's say I want to take away this self-employed, because that's a little bit generic and I've already got these other things. So if I just click on that, it won't appear on the intro, but it does still show on my public part. And I'll show you later where I can take that bit away in the about section. I'll just hit save on that, and you'll see it took away that little self-employed that was there. So it has links to my pages. That's why I like to have them here, so people can click through straight away and see what I'm about, and interact on those pages as well if they want to. You also have the opportunity to have some sort of, what do we call these? Featured photos. That's it. So originally you could only have 5, but Facebook's extended it and you can have 9 on here now. So I could add some more photos into here. It's just uploading all my Facebook photos at the moment, so I can choose from them, or I can choose to upload a new photo from my PC or from my phone. So I'll do that another day, but for now that's my photos. Again, that's just that getting that relationship building. So when people come on, this is frozen. So when people come on, they can see instantly what I'm about. I've got pictures of my family on this part, my holidays, my outdoors, and things like that. So it's a really nice place to put things. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. And then I have got my links to my Instagram on here as well. So that stems through from my about section. See, you see now it's clicked instantly up to my about section, and scroll down to my social links here. So you can add your Instagrams onto here as well if you use Instagram, and any other, LinkedIn. I could put my LinkedIn one on here as well if I wanted to, your website, anything like that. But again, we don't want to overload it with business and products and things. So mostly about you. So let's lead on to our about section now. So if you're on the homepage of your profile, you can just click here to get to the about section as well. So the about section has a whole lot of stuff in it that you've either entered in yourself. So let's look at the work and education. So over the years of being on Facebook, I've entered in all the jobs that I've had and the dates and things. Because previously I used to have all that stuff on my Facebook page. Now I only keep the stuff relevant for people to see that is relevant to my current brand. So, but I can't, well, maybe I can. You can delete these things. I choose not to delete them. I've just changed the security setting to only me. So remember when I said my Facebook profile is public, but there is ways that you can tie things down, certain particular things down, so that only you can see them. So you can hide things away from the public. So you'll see here, these are the things that are on the left-hand side of my homepage. So yeah, my homepage. So they are set to public because that's the default setting on the front page. However, some of these other things here, I've changed the setting to only me. So you just hover over them to change it, or you go options, edit, and then within the edit, that's where you can change it. So you'll see here, the padlock means only me. I can click on this and choose to make it public again, which will show to anyone that goes into my about section, or just my friends, or you can customize it as well. But I just change things to only me if I don't want anyone else to see it. It's not that I'm hiding anything, but it's just that I'm building a brand. So these things are not relevant to my brand right now. So my First Festival Travel one, however, so all these other ones are only me, only me. First Festival Travel, I have a travel business now. This is a previous job that I've had. So it is relevant, and I've got it public, set to public. So you can add some professional skills in here. And, you know, the more that you can add in here, the better, because it builds that relationship a lot faster. So, so you can have more things in your about section than what you have on your homepage, for people to see or not, places I've visited. And some of it is Facebook self-generated, so the life events. So whenever I put anything new on Facebook where I worked or when I moved or anything like that, Facebook considers it a life event, and it just puts it into this timeline here. So, I mean, you don't have to worry about it too much. You know, I don't know if other people look at that really. Details about me. Again, it's got a little part to put a little bit more than your introduction. Perhaps you could put the story that you have in here. It's not really published anywhere else, so people have to go right into your about me section, to see all of this. I've put a couple of quotes down here as well. Family and relationships. This is automated by, you can do this yourself, but it is automated by Facebook. Back when they used to recognize that, you know, who your mum was and who your sister was and stuff, and you could accept that. And it's actually an easy way to, if you want to contact a group of people on Facebook, I can choose family, and it would. But yeah, that's just it's an old feature of Facebook. Contact and basic info. So again, I've got my mobile number and my email address on here, but the public can't see that. I've put it to only me. Now, I could take those off altogether. I think the reason they're there is from some Facebook authentication settings. So if I get locked out of Facebook, it would text me or email me, and that's why they're there purely. So no one else can see them. Obviously, you guys all can now on this video. Put me a text if you want. I'm not always on that number when I'm traveling. And, you know, my date of birth, that's how Facebook tells people what day my birthday is, and all the rest of it here. I can add my basic Spanish language in there as well. So pop as much as you can in your About Me section, but like I said, it's the stuff that's on this front page that's important, because people are very quick as well. People are quick to judge. That's a really important thing for me to mention here, actually. Whether we like it or not, people are really quick to judge. So if they come to your Facebook page and it's locked down completely from the public, they can't see anything. Like if someone friend requests me and I can't see anything about them or anything on their timeline, I don't accept their friend request, because if I don't know who they are and I don't know why they're friend requesting me and I don't know what we have in common, then I'm wasting my time, you know? So so that's the reason why you make it public, and put as much on here as you can for people to get to know you. So that's that. Now, two other things that I would like to mention about is what goes on your timeline is a whole nother training that's to do with content. But what I would suggest when you're doing this Facebook refresh is to go through your timeline and delete anything that is spammy, salesy, businessy, junk mail, I call it. So any chain mail type things, anything that is not relevant to your brand and who you're trying to be as a person of value, I would delete it. And it takes a long time. So if you want, go back 2 or 3 months is what I would recommend, and delete anything that you don't want. So how you delete things, you can either delete them or you can change the settings to only me. So only you can see them. No one else will see them on your timeline. How you can do that is either here. So this is where you can always change. So if you so you can either go like this and set it to only me, so no one will see that post, or you can do it up here and choose delete or hide from timeline. If you choose hide from timeline, people can still see it in other arenas sometimes. So for example, if you've tagged someone in it, they can still see it, but anyone coming onto your timeline can't see it. So I would just choose either delete or only me on anything that you don't think aligns with your current brand and the value and the message that you're trying to give at the moment. So goes back 2 or 3 months and do that. Now, while I'm here, I'll also show you, if you have children and you don't want the public to see all the photos of your children, or you want, you know, to select certain people that see those, then that's where you can do this too. With a public profile, you can still change your particular posts or photos to a setting that of your choice. So if you only want your friends to see that particular photo, so by default, because my profile is set to public, all of my posts go public. But then I can come in and change them, or when I post them, I can also choose the security setting of friends, or you can customize it as well. So specific friends, specific groups, things like that. So you could put your family members in a group, which they already usually are. And so if I choose this one here, for example, specific friends. It's been a little bit slow. So I do have some lists, so this is irrelevant. But if I choose, so you can either individually choose people here that you want. That's quite a long way round of doing it. So that would take you a long time. Or you can go family. So I have a list that is family, and that was from that about section that showed, you know, my sisters and my mums and all of that. So if I just chose that, save changes. So right now, only my family see this post. Okay, even though I posted it as a public post. So I'm going to change that back to public because that post is meant to attract people. Oops, it's not going to let me do it now. So I can untick family. Public, there we go. So it's back in the public, so everyone can see that on my timeline again. But that is the way that you can do it. Now, so that's your timeline. Content is a whole nother training. The other thing I do want to show you is on your timeline, you'll see here, because this is my profile page, I can see my friends. But however, if you go onto my profile page, you won't be able to see my friends because I have the security set to this too, so that only I can see my friends list. Now, I have a personal reason for that, because I have had people target my friends list before, and that's why I choose to do that. However, you know, you can choose a preference on that or not. But how you do that is if you go to the little drop down on your main Facebook, go to settings, then privacy to the left, and then who can see your friends list. I've got it set to only me. So if you went on my profile as a visitor to my profile, you won't be able to see all of my friends. Now that is an option that you can choose, okay? The other thing that you can do this with is photos. Now photos is a little bit of a different story. So because you've got a Facebook history, on the left hand side here, below your intro parts, there's this photos. Now this is auto-generated by Facebook. This is the last photos that I've posted on my timeline, or uploaded into Facebook. So I have nothing to hide, so I'm not I'm not worried about the public seeing all of my photos and my family and my nephews and things. However, I totally understand people that don't want to do that. So you can set privacy on your photos as well. So what you can do is your photos will go into albums by default. So whether you've created an album or Facebook puts anything else into uploaded, like your cover photos, Instagram photos, profile pictures, featured photos, yeah. So anything you've uploaded goes into albums. So in your past album, so say you've got a family holiday that you don't want the general public to see. I don't really, not that I don't understand that, but I think that helps show who you are as a person. But if there's whatever reason that you don't want someone to see an album, you can change the security settings of it. If you just click open the album, and here's where you can change that. Okay, so this is just set to friends at the moment. That's because my Facebook profile, when I posted this, was set to friends, so that's the default. If I, am happy for the public to see this now, if I wanted to, say for instance, I'm chatting in a group and someone says, oh, has anyone done the Otago Rail Trail? And I'll say, yes, I've done it, and, we have a good old chat, and they say, oh, I'd love to see, have you got some photos of it? Or if I say to them, check out my photos. If they're not my friend, they can't come in here and see this album of the Otago Rail Trail because I've got it set to friends. However, I could either friend request them and tag them in it, or I could set this album to public and then tag them in the album down the bottom here where the comments are. So this is a little bit more detailed than what I was going to get into in this training, guys, but I just want to show you that there is a way when you have your profile set to public to be able to lock down things. Now the photos are a little bit more friends you can instantly just lock down to private. However, the photos are a little bit more nitty gritty. You kind of have to do it individually or as you post them or by album. So yeah, so anything of the past, you are going to have to go through and change the settings on the timeline, I believe. So hopefully that's been helpful for you guys. So reach out to me if you get stuck with any of that, and I'll be happy to show you or point you in the direction again. But the reason I did this video is so I could show people en masse how to do all of that. Happy Facebook timeline updating and sprint cleaning. It's a really refreshing exercise to do, and once you've done it, then you need to start posting some really great content, which is separate training, to start adding value to your audience. So hopefully that was helpful for you all. As I say, more than happy to help answer any questions anytime. Pop them in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.